Hello guys, welcome back. We're gonna try and at least get a good portion of this little journal at least together. This is my Crocodile Big Bite. Works great for this sort of thing. I am going to clamp these together. I have little clamps like this that I really like for this. These you can get in the sewing department. I got mine, I'm pretty sure, online on Amazon, but they work really good for this because it keeps everything where you want it to be or where you put it. So you find your center. Okay, since I have words in here, I am just gonna flip through real quick and make sure all of my words are in the same direction. I don't really care where, I think actually I do want it to the bottom, because then it'll hit two holes and it'll probably stay in better. The map is right side up, the words are right side up, so everything is how I want it. So get it in there good, adjust anything you don't like. And then I usually put a clamp on the top right side and a clamp on the top left side, a little ways out, so that I can leave these in here after they've been punched, and I'll know this is the top, but I'll also know they're not going to move around, because they do move around. So I'm going to go ahead and punch them. You won't be able to see probably the punch, but and this, I just learned today why she does this. Pam at the Paper Outpost said she turns it back on itself so that when you put it in here, instead of being on the top, on the notch, I don't know. Oh, I guess I have both of them. I didn't know both of them could go down. That could be interesting. A big punch and a little punch at the same time. Huh. That is a very interesting thing. So anyway, so as you can see, punched, and this is my top. So again, I'll do the same thing over here. Finding my center, making sure all the writing is the same direction. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so that looks good. So again, with the little clamps, like I said, a little ways out, making sure you get all of the paper in there. So that works pretty well. We'll go ahead and fold it back like she taught me, even though she didn't know she was teaching me. I really like her videos. And of course, you know, all the ones that you guys probably watch too. Natasha Treasure Books, Seven Plaza, Margaret, I think is her name. I could be getting that, or maybe, is that Louisa Heinzel? I don't know. I'm terrible with names, but I like Louisa Heinzel. I think there's somebody named Barb. Maybe that's Seven Plaza. I don't know. Oh, and there's something with dragonflies too. 49 dragonflies. That might be Barb. I like that one. Tony Crafty, or Tony Gets Crafty, or I don't remember. I need to write all these down so that I can have a clue. but I love them all. They, you know, they all have something different to offer. Gail Agnosty or something like that. I like hers. She's also great. And recently I've started watching, again, no idea what her name is, but she paints watercolors on little teeny tiny, like 1.5 by 2 little sheets of watercolor paper, and she paints little portraits on it. Like she'll go out and drive somewhere and paint the portrait while she's there. Usually takes her 45 minutes to an hour, although she doesn't show all of that necessarily. She's got a little dog that's just a cutie that she takes with her, and very cute. Fun to watch. Okay, and then I pre-threaded my little needle so that I can I'm just doing the basic 3-hole pamphlet stitch to get this in here. And I'm assuming, I don't know if you can even see this, not sure how good my light is here, but you come up through that. I like to adjust my string so that I can take it up to the top and put dangles on it, because I like my dangles to come off the top. Or else I just cut it off right at the knot, which is definitely what I do with the short one. But this way, if I want something to dangle off the spine, you can punch a hole here and thread this through so that it comes out the back. Let me just do that and show you what I mean. That's not what I want, but it'll work. We'll just use the little crocodile here. So you just, you know, find your fold and make a little hole there, and just thread your string right out the top, and then it's going to come out the back of the, whoops, maybe it's going to come out the back. Dang, what's the deal here? My waxed string isn't staying so waxed. Okay, we're just gonna make it easy and cut that. Hopefully easy. Now look, it won't go through. Okay, so then you have this that's to the back of the spine, and it'll, you know, just flip over the top of the, where's my little spine I cut? You know, this spine will be right here, and you can either put another hole right here that you thread this through so it comes out on the back side of the spine, or you can just leave it and it'll come up over the top. So I like to do that. I like dangles, but don't like them to bulk up the inside. So, and then again, I'm assuming you all know this 3-hole pamphlet stitch. You do 3 times the length for your string, and then I have waxed string here, so if you kind of flatten it out, it goes through your needle slick, you know, really easily. And then you can just find the holes, get it in there. Oops, don't go through your other string, but and again, you're done. Tie your knot. I do 3 times just because, again, I got this technique. I learned this from Pam at the Paper Outpost. And she does it 3 times. The first 2 in opposite directions so that it's really tight. And then the third one just as an extra, just in case you messed something up and your string's not going to work right. And again, I'm going to go ahead and poke that top hole to put my string through. And this one wasn't such a mess, so went right in there. Good deal. I am going to, I think, take my bone folder because this doesn't seem to be super flat, which is, I like it super flat. Because you know that once you get putting stuff in there, it's not going to be super flat anymore. So it's always a good thing to get it as flat before you start working with it as you can. I know that I need to cut this nail off. It is making me crazy too, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Although since I'll be working in the garage later, it's probably going to break. So I will probably just cut it off before I go do that because I don't really want it to hurt. But, yeah. So, not sure if you can see this hole very well. Probably kind of dark behind there, but you want to come up not through your other string. I can't find the hole from the back. Okay, so see, I missed that string, so it's not going to impede anything when I go to pull it and tie it. You pull it taut, but not tearing. You do the 3. Dang it. It's really hard for me to do this backwards one. You have to kind of think about it a minute, and it's just, obviously, I don't like to think. But, anyway, get that. Cut that off. Get my other little crocodile. And pop that top hole in. Thread that through. Yep, having the same problem with this one. I don't know why some of them get frayed and some don't, but oh, and that's still a hot mess. Okay, we'll do the whole bone folder thing. Okay, so now I have my signatures that are ready. Now, my idea is to do tab bindings, as in I'm not sure how I want to do that. If I want to take tabs and hook these to this. I think I will do that. So I'm going to use my largest circle punch, which is not huge, but I'm not really sure how big that is. And maybe some different colors. Do I want to do colors? I could use, oh, that's almost too thick. This might be, this would, maybe I'll do I think I like this one. Probably would be my choice. Or I could do black. Well, that's navy really more, but well, I think I'll do the pink because I like pink. So I'm gonna probably need 3 for each side. I'm just gonna go all the way around. That'll probably give me too many, but I don't really care. I'd rather have too many than not enough. I could get one more. Okay. So now we will put that aside in case I need it later. Okay, so I do think I want to, do I want to decorate this inside first so these show on there? That's probably the thing to do. So let's figure out, what do we want inside of our journal? What do we want outside of our journal? I kind of like, I like this, but it's not really big enough. I guess we could, do I have 2 pages of that? I know I have pages that are, is that the one I had like 4 copies of the same thing? Oh, that was this. I could use that. Do I want to use that? That would definitely cover it. And maybe I could use one for the front and one for the back. I could maybe do that. Okay, let's try that. So if this is the front, I really like that. I'd like that to show. Although that could be cool for the spine. Let's do that. All right, so where is my glue stick? I'm just gonna flip it over and glue stick right on here, because if the glue gets on there, not a bad thing. I do probably need to get some more glue sticks. You know, when you make a journal, you use several. Especially, I prefer these smaller ones. I'm not really sure why. I've had a couple of the big ones, and I guess it's just partly they're just easier to use to me. Okay, so I have about a 1/2 inch there. So I think, where's my cutter? There it is. I think I want to go about a 1/2 inch here as well. not precise, just a general. 1/2 inch. Okay, and then I don't want to glue that down, so I think I'm gonna slice it right here. So hopefully I remember not to glue that down. Okay. Cute. I find myself keeping these little bits of paper to use in clusters and so forth, and then it just gets out of hand. You have so many little bits of paper. You know, I don't know that I'll ever make that many journals in my life that I'll use them all. So it's like, what do you do with those? Do you keep them forever, or do you just let them go? Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. We'll do something cute on there too. Okay, so here, this will cover my spine. I don't know why I just turned that around. Does it really matter if it is right side up or not? It's covered. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there just because then I'll remember not to, or hopefully I'll remember not to cut that other piece off. You know how I am if you've watched me at all. Okay. Perfect. Okay. That's good. And I do kind of like this too, that it could be even an extra wide spine at some point. Okay, I kind of would like it to match. So I think if I do this, I think it'll work. Okay, here we go. Let's give it a whirl. Lay this down together. Only that there with just that little slight gap. Okay, now down here at the bottom, get that going. On the side, I think I did. I'm just gonna eyeball that, even though we all know I'm not very good at that. same down here, or up here. I guess this is the top, but it'll do. Okay. And then I'm not sure exactly where to make these cuts. I think this is right. So I guess we'll see. All right. Oh, actually, I think I want to put some tape there, just as an extra little reinforcement. I like this white paper medical tape. Seems to hold pretty good. It's not, I mean, it's kind of like washi tape. That's probably where they got the idea for washi tape, because it works really good. Not super sticky. I mean, you can definitely peel it up if you need to, but also works well. Okay, so again, I'm not sure. Sorry if I'm moving this out of frame for you guys. Okay, so this is my front. So this is gonna definitely, I can't remember how I did this. A little bit of an angle, I'm pretty sure. Just a slight one. Okay. Let's get this one down. This little nub down. Okay. I did the sides first. Do you guys have this much trouble gluing and all the things? It really shouldn't be this hard. I can't do anything straight. And I get glue on everything, which is why I should have my glue paper down. What am I thinking? Okay, now this side I hope sticks as well, since it's got the little glue strip from where the sides of the box were held together. I don't know. Actually, that's a little roughage, so it might make it stick better. Okay. So there's my cover. And now I'm rethinking my pink. Is that going to be too glaring? Maybe I should just do like out of a... Oh, I didn't even know that had anything in it. Oh! I could use... That wouldn't bend well. I could use this sheet and make my tabs out of that. Whoops. I don't know. Is that... What do you guys think? Would the tabs look better? I like pink is my favorite color, but I think if I want to make this all cohesive, then maybe I shouldn't go with pink. Pink's specific. Oh, I do have some Amazon packing. That might work well. Let's do that. That would be pretty easy to do. And also pretty neutral. I mean, brown's brown, right? Oh, they're not very thick. Do you think this would hold it in? Oh, and it's so not thick that it won't cut right. Yeah, that's a nightmare, so never mind. On to the next thought. I do like that color, but I don't have anything that dark. I guess I'll just go back to my thought of these. I think this is thick enough to cut. Yeah. Oops. I cut the side off of one. And I do kind of like that you get the little lines and such, even though I don't know that you'll be able to see any of that on the actual tab. I've never done this before, so I'm not sure if anything even shows or not. Really do like that. Let's see if we can get the most. Oh, come on. Really? I'm gonna do that on the last one that I think would have been my favorite. Okay, well that's good and stuck, so. And there we go. Nope. I think with this tab thing, the problem is more that you have maybe a bit of an issue with not only getting the tabs to cut, but also the thickness of your paper, because if you do it too thick, you can't really fold them well. But if they're too thin, are they going to hold it? I don't know. It's a little worrying. I guess you could kind of, well, you could glue the pages of the signatures together. That might help. Like, as in, you know, the back of this one to the front of that one. And almost make it like one signature. I don't know what I think of that either, but okay, I'm just gonna keep folding and get these ready. Again, I don't know. I've not done this, so I'm just kind of playing it by ear. We'll see how it turns out. It may not turn out. So if my journal falls apart when I'm trying to write in, I'm not sure how well that'll go. I don't think it would fall apart. I think it would just be maybe annoyingly loose. I don't know. I do really like all these little dots and colors. I'm not sure how that green got on there. Maybe it was on the, when I do my coffee dyeing, I have a big 8-foot table that I lay a shower curtain on and then a tablecloth over, and put my drying coffee papers down. So then that seems to work pretty well as far as keeping everything decent, you know. But if I do colors then on a different day, it's kind of a mess. Okay, so if I do this, I could do this in the middle and do something over on each side. What could I put on the side? I'm not sure. These, oh, I could do those. Or I could do strips of the pink and then use the pink. I don't know. I like this look. This could be cute and kind of sets it off, but I don't know that I have another dark band. Would that look too ridiculous? Or would this one look better without the white in it? It's at least more cohesive. And I could even do like a strip of washi tape across the top because those are going to show. I don't like that. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just do washi tape. What do I have? Oh, I do have, oops, sorry. I do have this. Could be cute along the top. Do I have enough that I could go top and bottom? I do. But that would make it awfully bulky. Oh, not top and bottom of this. I don't have enough for top and bottom of this. I could just do the spine area. Do I have enough to do both ways? No, dang it. Oh, I would have enough of this, but I'm not sure how much that would hide. Where's the thing to get it open? This is kind of cute. Oh, I do like that. I like that. And I could do it on the top and the bottom. And that would hide all of that imperfection crap. Okay, we're going to do that. So let's do that one. And that one. So how much do we want here? I think I want to do this. Oops, grabbed the wrong scissors, but these will work. Okay, so I've got that on this end. Let's go ahead and just glue that down and be done with it. Who knew? These funky sized journals are not always easier. You know, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, that'll make it easier to work with because I won't have to use the whole page of paper, but it's almost, I think, easier to use the whole page of paper. Okay, so this one, I think I'll just cut that whole end off. Okay. So then, do I want it this way or this way? I think I want it this way because I want the stripe to show more than what it does on the darker side. Okay, so if I have this one here, oh, I don't like that. How did that happen? Because I'm crooked. That's how that happened. All right. I'm not really sure why I struggle so hard with these kinds of things. Okay, that should work. Do any of you guys struggle with this? Is it just me that rides the struggle bus? Because I'm a frequent passenger. And it really shouldn't be as hard as I tend to make it, I think, but I'm not sure why I just run into all these issues. But it's still pretty calming for me. I enjoy it so much. And it's nice when you're doing something like this lace trim that you don't have to worry quite so much about being perfect on the top and bottom, or, you know, where your stuff lines up, because this will hide it all. So that's helpful as well. So this said it was 3.8 feet, so, or 2.8 feet, basically a yard for $1.25. That's a pretty decent deal. I'm fairly happy with that. And it gives me a little leftover for, you know, maybe some clusters or something like that. Now this, I think I want to use my E6000 because I don't want that to come off later. So I am going to go ahead and stop this one here and make another one in the series. So I guess we'll have a part 3. So anyway, like, share, and subscribe if you don't mind. And I will be back soon and finish up this part of the cover and getting the signatures in. Thanks for watching.